Drainville emphasized limits on immigration, proposing exemptions for some temporary immigrants, while Frechette plans to reinstate the Quebec Experience program and strengthen French language protections through Bill 101. On healthcare, Frechette advocates for longer home care hours and better telemedicine access, though Drainville was dismissive. Members can vote April 7th to 12 to choose Quebec's next premier. Christine Frechette and Bernard Drainville presented their contrasting visions during the final CAQ leadership debate, focusing on immigration, language laws, and the future of Quebec identity.
David Fletcher tragically lost 4 close family members in a drunk driving crash caused by Éric Légaré in Quebec. The crash occurred when Légaré was intoxicated and driving at nearly double the speed limit. Fletcher continues to grieve the loss and is vocal about the need for tougher penalties for impaired driving. Légaré received a 16-year sentence, one of the longest in Quebec for such a case, but the family calls for stricter justice reforms. Despite the gravity of Légaré's actions, he has been granted unescorted temporary absences from prison under strict conditions. This decision has sparked strong objections from the victim's family, who view it as premature and unjust.
The new administration in Lachine has deprioritized the development of the Waterfront Park, effectively putting the project on hold for now. This pause signals a shift in urban planning priorities as the borough reassesses its support for waterfront development in Lachine. Local residents and water enthusiasts are concerned that without progress, river access and recreational opportunities will remain limited.
Despite the slow start, producers remain optimistic about warmer weather arriving soon to support a good harvest in 2026. Quebec's maple syrup season started slower this year due to lingering cold weather, which has delayed the sap flow essential for syrup production. While Quebec experiences delays, regions like Nova Scotia have seen a stronger start despite last year's drought, highlighting regional differences in syrup production this season.
Although New York scored early and maintained a strong first period, Montreal equalized and outshot New York overall, while their goalie Desbiens made 23 key saves. With this win, Montreal closes the gap to Boston in the standings, setting up exciting upcoming games against Vancouver and Minnesota for both teams. Catherine Dubois took charge in the third period by scoring 2 pivotal goals that led the Montreal Victoire to a comeback victory over the New York Sirens. Despite planned reductions, arsenic emissions remain significantly above safe levels, risking serious health impacts such as reduced IQ in children and increased cancer risks. These concerns grow with additional contaminant exposures not fully accounted for. Glencore has delayed its emission reduction efforts at the Horn smelter by suspending a major investment, pushing regulatory deadlines to 2029-2030. This regulatory extension aims to provide certainty but also prolongs higher pollutant levels. In response, public health officials express concern over underestimating risks and stress community impacts. A class action lawsuit challenges the delays, while local authorities continue to seek viable solutions balancing health, environment, and economic factors.